Hey guys, Debbie Scrappy RN, and I wanted to jump on and do a quick project share with you. I'm doing a private loaded envelope swap from a gal that I met on my Instagram account. Super sweet lady. Um, she'd made a comment on one of my posts I had done. I had forget grammar. One of the posts I had put up on a Jeanette Lane pocket letter printable where I'd used some foil on it, and I kind of got to know her through that. And we started chit-chatting back and forth and decided to do a loaded envelope swap. Um, we didn't really have a theme, it was just do whatever sounds fun. So I've been in the mood to work with laces and trims, so this is the loaded envelope that I put together for this private swap. And it's maybe a little untraditional, I don't know, maybe it's not. Lots of tags, and then just like a smattering of different things. So the theme that I was going with this, I did not wash my hands yet. I still have gesso. Sorry. Anyway, the theme that I was going with on this one was a party, and all about just some items if you were going to a party that you would take with you to a party. So this is the loaded envelope. I'm not sure if it's all in frame or not, but I'll go through it with you a little bit by little bit here. And there's the top of it. The problem with this is it's so thick that I don't, it's not laying flat, and I'm probably not really in frame with the whole thing, so I'll just kind of go through it a little bit at a time. Anyway, the bottom of this, if you can see, it's a dress, and I put a kind of like a dress form together, and there's laces and some different things here. I'll take that off and show you in a minute. But here's the cluster down on the bottom corner, just some different Prima flowers and stamps that I had and cut out and traced around. So that's just kind of the bottom corner here. And I'll just kind of slowly unload it and talk through it. Hopefully I won't get cut off here. But so the first thing here was my favorite part, and that's kind of what inspired all of this, is I wanted to make a dress. So I put the dress together, and I attached it with a paper clip on the back. If you can kind of see, I followed a tutorial, kind of sorta. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. But this is the back of what this looks like. There's just some of the strung pearls, some lace, some seam binding that I avocado dyed, and just glued it onto the back of this form that I found a pattern for on Pinterest and cut around. And this is the front of it. If you can see this really pretty applique. I got this applique offline for an order that I made. Beautiful applique, and then just a bead that I put here at the top. And again, I just thought that was really pretty and looked like a party dress. So if you're going to a party, you need a nice dress to wear. Also down here, if you are going to a party, you need some bling. So this little teeny tiny paper clip, a rose gold paper clip with a little flower glued onto it. So you need some bling and you need some flowers. So that. You usually see candles at a party and flowers. Here's another one of those appliques. Here's one of the first tags that I put together. This was gifted to me by one of the ladies that I've met on my pocket letter site. I couldn't find this. It's one of those Downton Abbey, and I couldn't find it, and she gifted it to me. So I cut this out of some pattern paper and put it on here. So if you're going to a party and need a little perfume, you got to smell pretty. And just some different lace trims to put on the tag. So that's one of the tags. This is another one of the tags that I made, and probably the one that I like the most. I probably should have backed it up a little bit sturdier, but I didn't. Anyway, I took a dress form, and then I used some flower petals and put on the dress form, and some trim and some flowers that I stamped and cut out. This was a Felicity Jane stamp, and put some tulle in the background to kind of give it that soft frilly dress appearance, and some Simplicity pattern paper on the back there, and then just tied it all together at the top there. So that's one of my favorites. If you're going to a party, you need good shoes. So this background paper was a Jeanette Lane background paper. I'll try to remember to link down below. So I printed that out and use it as the background, and then just some different pattern papers and bits and pieces that I had, and I found a cutout for this shoe online. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in that, but I tried to sparkle it and used some bling up here at the top and some pearls and a little flower on the end. And I stamped on here outfit of the day. Again, that was a Felicity Jane stamp that I had. And just some different pattern papers to kind of go with the theme. So, and the recipient likes black and white stripe. So there's another tag. I did a lot of tags. A little wand I put together just for some leftovers that I had. Backed it on one of these candy sticks that you find in the candy department at Hobby Lobby. I had a rosette left over and some of the pattern papers and a doily and some eyelash trim. Thought that was fun. You know, if you need candy if you're at the party, gotta eat something. This is another tag that I made. This is just some of that seam binding again with a little teeny tiny cupcake at the top of it. This is a doily that was gifted to me on another swap that I did with Moonrock Paper Sisters over on Instagram, and a Prima flower. And I have a book that sometimes I take pages out and cut them. And anyway, I thought this piece was stiff black satin gown. I thought that was appropriate for the theme going to a party. Anyway, that tag. You can kind of see here this first pocket. I used was a Heidi Swap. Yeah, it was a Heidi Swap paper pad, and that's where all the papers came from. And then I just used some various trims on the side here. In this bag, I just cut some bows with my bow die. This one is that faux leather from Hobby Lobby, and this was a pattern paper. And this was just a die, one of the Downton Abbey frame dies. I just thought that was cute on the inside of the bag there, and then just some trim that I had. This pen, maybe you might want to write out some invitations to your party, and I thought this sparkly pen from Target was a great find to put inside of here. And some straws. Thought those were fun. This little guy, it's probably kind of hard to see. I glitter spray the outside of it, but when you open it up, there's a compact mirror. I actually got this from where I work at Ohio State, and it was on clearance for like cheap. Anyway, there's the compact, and it had some bling on the back of it, and a little mirror, and a hair bow or a hair band. So I thought those were fun to put down on the inside of there. You got to do your hair, right? And then this is the wand that I put on the inside of it. So yeah, I don't know really how else to describe that. You think masquerade party and big fluffy masks, and I just took this mask. I got this actually from the dollar store and altered it, put some lace trim up here and a flower, and then used some washi tape along the bottom there. I didn't really do anything to the back of it, but I thought that was fun to stick down on the inside here. And then here's the top of the envelope. And I made a giant tag to put inside of here. I haven't pulled this out in a minute. Gosh, I wonder if it's stuck. I hope not. There it comes. So this is the large tag that I included, and it's got one of the Downton Abbey bows, which I cut out and glittered, and just kind of made this feel like getting ready to go to the party. Maybe you're in the dressing room trying on your dress. Anyway, that's what I did with this one. There is just a tassel hanging off of the side here. Again, she likes black and white striped. And here's the back of the envelope. I used a Martha Stewart along the edge die punch here. As I've been moving this around, some of the things fell out. So one of the things that was in here was a die cut, a wood veneer die cut that says friend, and some of the shoes printable that I used. I made her a pocket letter, since that's kind of how we met, is through talking about pocket letters. And this was oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the paper line. Gather Maggie Holmes, that's it. I'm sure you guys knew that. But some twine and some washi. So twine trim sample, washi sample, and then just my signature little envelope I like to put in the back of my pocket letters. So it's a mini pocket letter with some trim on the side there. And this piece is just an applique that I cut from a wedding dress that I showed on one of my other quick YouTube videos. It's a beautiful applique, and this is a little acrylic teardrop that I got from a haul a while ago when I was in Tennessee visiting my daughter, and just some fabric to tie it together. I thought that was really cute. If you're going to a party, you need probably a satin gown, right? And again, the bling. And I also just included some various die cuts, which I'll not take out and let her look at. And then a couple of other things that wouldn't fit in this for the purposes of videotaping, but I put together, this was a store-bought flower, and I just put some homemade stick pins down inside of there, if you can see those. And I made her a card and that she can use, and some more die cuts from Maggie Holmes, a different collection. I sent along some of these cards that I got from the Target dollar spot. Again, if you're at a party, you might need to write out some invites or maybe some thank you cards for your gifts. And I found this, I think it was at Target. I just thought this would be fun. If you're going to go to a party, you might need to do your makeup. So a sensitive skin mud mask. I mean, who doesn't enjoy using great products on your face and taking care of yourself, especially before a party? So I included that. I included some additional trims for her because she said she likes trims, so she'll get some of those. This one's vintage, this one's vintage, and this is just one that I got from Hobby Lobby on their clearance rack, so I'm not going to take those out. She'll take a look at those. I made a little shaker card that she can open and reuse the sequins. The fun thing about this is the little cutouts. Those are lips. Yeah, lips. Adorable. And you figure you got to get your makeup on, and you might need a little lipstick. And you always carry lipstick in your purse. So we got a purse. Yep, we got a purse. This it housed some other things that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. They were lip balms. But I thought this made an adorable little purse. So on the inside of the purse, I included just a few goodies from my stash that she can use in pocket letters if she wants to. The first thing is a little umbrella. You can see a flamingo. There's some bow post-its in here. I'm not going to take everything out. This part, it's a little matchbook, and on the inside of the matchbook I did another stick pin for her. And let's see what else is in here. A lip balm, and a little bit of trim down here, and a bling that she can use on a different project or gift on if she would like to do that. So, oh, and there's some different post-its down inside of there. So yeah, you got a purse for your party. And I'm not going to take this out. I'm not super sure I like it, but if she doesn't like it, she can take it apart. I made a big poofy flower with a few things. There's some tulle and a doily and another one of the flowers that matched the other one that I gave her. And then this acrylic tag, this magic moment with the little lips on it, and some seam binding tied at the top. No, that's just some, it's just some fabric from a vintage pillowcase that I had. Yeah, anyway, that's the swap. I hope she enjoys it, and I'm anxious to get this out to her. She's been very patient with me. I've been very backlogged while I've been helping my mom out with some various things, and it's just been an extremely busy month. Anyway, I hope that she enjoys everything, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!